If you ever decided to sell one of your guitars, listed it, and then decided not to sell it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Today we are looking at a very special guitar of mine. It's an Ibanez. It's an Ibanez Jem. It's an Ibanez Jem77, and it is the Ibanez Jem77 GMC, which stands for Green Multicolor. This guitar came out in 1992, and it was featured in the 92-93 catalog. And here it is. It's got all the specs on it, some of them anyway. You can see same year we had the purple multicolor, which is also very rare. And this is the 94 catalog, I'm sorry. And you see there's no multicolor gems in there anymore. So 92, 93 was the only catalog they were featured in. So this is the green multicolor. And Steve played the green multicolor in at the Guitar Legends Expo in Sevilla, Spain in October 91. That's a picture of Steve with Brian May, and this guitar actually has a 91 serial, so I'm not sure if they used 91 serials for 92 guitars, if this is a real early 92, or if in fact it is a 91. I don't know, but it's featured in a 92 catalog. So made in Japan, 307. They made 366 of these. I used to think that they're sequentially numbered, but they're not. So it's not number 307 of 366. They didn't do that back then. Didn't come with any extra case candy either. As I was told by the person I bought this from. This came from Europe. That's an Ibanez case. That's the case that they shipped in when they were sold in Europe. So they looked a little bit different than the ones we have in the US. So let's talk about this guitar. If anybody knows the specs of what kind of a neck that is, I would be happy to learn more about it, because I don't think it's a wizard. And one of my dear friends has a 2001 floral, and the neck feels completely different. So this is a little thicker in my opinion, the way it feels to me. It has the Tree of Life in green, as you can tell. As usual on the Jem guitars, the last 4 frets are scalped. It has humbucker, single coil humbucker pickups, DiMarzio. This one, I don't know. Before I actually started this video, I took off the strings and I took out the single coil and I looked at it, but it says nothing on there. I used to think it's an HS1 or an HS2 DiMarzio humbucking system pickup, but when I plugged this in with overdrive and distortion, this one's not noiseless. It's got staggered pull pieces, which the HS1 and 2 pickups also have, but in the catalog, it actually says that it is a Jem single, and a lot of people say that they actually made a custom single coil for the Jem, so it may very well be, because I don't think it's an HS, because it's not noiseless. Some other people tell me that it may be a blue velvet or a red velvet. I don't know if they're noiseless or not, but it's a DiMarzio model. But be that as it may, I never liked the tone of this single coil. I think it's weak and brittle. These are PF Pros in the old Gems 5-way switch. Low Pro Edge tremolo, Floyd Rose, which came out in 91. So the old Gems have the edge on it. Have to, because the Low Pro Edge came out in 91. The famous Lion Claw, the famous Monkey Grip, which differentiates a RG from a Jem, because a Jem has all the bells and whistles, which is the Monkey Grip and the Lion's Claw. Clear pickguard. Very nice swirl. Swirled by Darren Johansson of About Time Designs. A lot of these, that if you can find one, are beat to shit because people actually played them. This one's in really, really, really great condition. It's a Case Queen. I don't play it anymore. I used to. I used it for some recordings, and I did play it live a couple times, but she was really lucky. She hasn't been ruined. I actually had this tuned to drop C, and I took off the pickguard. It's all back to original now. It had a few neck finish damages because this finish is very brittle. In my opinion, it cracks very easily, so you can see here, but this has been sealed, so it doesn't crack any further. And one thing that makes this guitar quote-unquote special is that the idiot who fixed the finish damages on this guitar, as you can tell, this guitar does not have a Jem logo on it. It's not a prototype. The idiot who fixed the finish cracks, the cracks in the finish, used a polishing paste, and he polished off the Jem logo, which he was not authorized to fix a little damage that was here, but he did anyway, and then he slipped. That's what he told me, and he polished off the logo, which, whatever. Like I said, I listed this guitar since I got it from the first owner, original owner, so I'm only the second owner to this thing. A couple times, but I couldn't bring myself to sell it, so I'm probably never going to sell it, so who cares. I bought a replacement decal on eBay, but the green's completely different because this is an old guitar, and it's not to spec. Jem looked different, so whatever. I didn't put it on, but I own it. I have a few cool picks. This one's actually, I napped this off the floor of the Mothership studio back when it was the Mothership, so this is actually very cool. So is this one. And then Greasy Kid Stuff, which used to be the fan club. Morley one, whatever. It's a couple picks. So the specs on this guitar, it's a one-piece maple neck with a rosewood board. Tree of Life inlays, 6,100 frets, 24 of them, last 4 are scalloped. As on all Japanese-made Jem guitars, 17-inch radius, 25.5 scale length. Goto SG381 tuners. This one actually has the Allen keys in the back, which I didn't do. First owner did that. I would never drill a hole in one of these, but when they came out, they were just initially cool guitars, so, you know, people just played them. I did play this, but not too much, thank God, so she's still alive. The nuts are top lock 3. Nothing too special or out of the ordinary. Body is American basswood. Weighs in this one 3.6 kilos, which is about 7.9 pounds. It's about like a little bit of a heavier Stratocaster. So that's a little short video about this guitar that I own. Let's look at it a little more. Little guitar porn for you. Let's look at the swirl. People tell me the actually the good swirls have a lot of marbling. So this one has some marbling. It's not just green and black. It's got some white in there too. And some of these are really hideous in my opinion because they have a lot of green, like too much green. This one's a decent swirl. It's got some black in it. I think it's actually very cool. It's the one that I bought. What are you going to do? Back in the day, I heard, of course, when you ordered one of these, you just got what you got. So my opinion is that a lot of the multicolor 7-strings look really hideous when there's really hideous ones like the MKRs, the mustard ketchup relish ones. But it's a matter of taste, I guess. This one's pretty cool looking. It's got a very clean neck. She's a case queen. I don't use her much at all anymore. Very clean. The frets have been leveled. It's ready to be played. But some people think they should be played. But in my opinion, these guitars, they're so hard to come by these days. And like I said, most of them are really beat to shit. This one isn't. And I intend to keep it that way. It's got the Marzio clip lock and vomit green. I remember back in the day, I did a music seminar and I brought this guitar. And this guy, a jazz guy, he looked at me and he looks at the guitar and he was like shaking his head and he asked me, "Do they make this in pretty too?" What an idiot. And he was half joking, so it's not a nice thing to say to anybody, but this is not for everyone. Some people don't like it. I really think they're cool. Each one looks different. They're unique guitars. You're lucky if you own one, especially the purple multicolor, the DNA, or this one, green multicolor, because, you know, 366 is a very limited run. I'm happy that I own the catalogs too. These are hard to come by these days too. If you can find one, they're actually not that cheap, but I have like 2 of them. Actually had 3, but I ruined one because I cut this out. That's what we do, right? So, just a little video on the Ibanez Jem77 green multicolor. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Looking at this very lovely guitar. Take care.